Hi guys, it's me, I'm the Frugal Chef. I hope you're doing amazing today. If you haven't subbed, make sure to do so. I have a lot of new recipes for you and I don't want you to miss out on anything. And by the way, thank you for subbing. Let's make some pumpkin and cream cheese muffins today. These are so easy to make. They take a little time because we have to, prep the cheese, but I'll show you. Let's make this. We're gonna get the cream cheese ready for our muffins. I have an 8-ounce package in this bowl. I'm gonna add a cup or 128 grams of confectioner sugar to this, also known as powdered sugar or icing sugar. And we're just gonna mix it all in. This cream cheese is softened, by the way. I took it out of the fridge about an hour ago, so it's nice and soft. We are now going to transfer this to a piece of plastic wrap. We're going to form a log out of this, okay? So we're just gonna wrap this and then we're just going to form it into a log. That looks good. I'm going to put this in the freezer for at least 2 hours. If you can't find canned pumpkin where you're at, all you're going to do is boil some pumpkin and mash it, which is what I'm going to do. If you're using your own pumpkin, made at home, I'd like you to measure out 2 cups of that puree, and then I want you to strain it so we get the excess liquid out of it, okay? So just put it in a colander on top of a bowl and just let it sit there. Let the excess liquid just drip off. So we're going to prepare the topping for our muffins. I have a 1/3 cup of chopped walnuts in here. This doesn't need to be exact amount, just, we're going to sprinkle them, so just calculate it if you want. I'm going to add a 1/3 cup of sugar and a tablespoon of ground cinnamon. And I'm just going to mix that and set it aside. For our dry ingredients, I have 3 cups of flour in here, 1 teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of baking soda, 2 teaspoons of allspice, 1 teaspoon of cloves, 1 teaspoon of ginger, 1 teaspoon of nutmeg, and 2 teaspoons of cinnamon. So I am going to mix all this with my whisk. By the way, 3 cups of flour is 384 grams. Check out all the water that came out of that pumpkin. So that's an important step if you're making it at home. Okay, now for our wet ingredients. I have 4 eggs in here. They're large and they're at room temperature, and 2 cups of sugar. I'm going to add a 1.25 cups of vegetable oil to this. Our pumpkin. Now, this is 2 cups, it's about 16 ounces. If you can't find a 16-ounce can of pumpkin, don't worry about it. 15-ounce, fine. Don't stress, okay? Now, guys, I'm going to add a teaspoon of vanilla paste. Now, you guys know that I live in Vanuatu, some of you, and this is very cheap here. So if you can't find this, just use a teaspoon of vanilla extract. If you do decide to buy this, It'll last a long time in your refrigerator. I'm sure it won't be cheap in the United States, but it is an excellent addition to cookies, pancakes, everything. It's very nice. All right, so now we're just gonna mix this. That's it. Now I'm gonna add the flour. And all we're gonna do is mix it. That's it, okay? Okay, now we're gonna fill the muffin tins, but first we're going to take that cream cheese out of the freezer and cut it up. We're going to cut this into 24 pieces of about the same size, okay? So, it's still a little soft, but that's fine. This is fine. We're going to put a tablespoon of batter in our muffin cup. Then we're just going to put our cream cheese and then another tablespoon. So I'm going to do that with all of them. And after that, I'm just going to sprinkle some of that topping that we have on top. These are going to go in the oven at 350 degrees for 20-25 minutes. I'm going to check them and see, you know, how they're doing them with a little cake pick. When you do that, do it on the side so that you don't puncture the cream cheese, okay? You don't want to get into the cream cheese. Just get it on the side there so you know if it's cooked. I suspect this one is going to probably overflow because I got a little excited, but oh well. I will see you when this first batch is baked. By the way, this is 350 degrees Fahrenheit, which is 180 degrees centigrade. Okay, 20 minutes. And look at this, they're so pretty. I'm gonna let them cool down a little bit in the tin, then we'll put them on a cooling rack. Please don't eat these until the cheese in the middle has cooled down. You will burn yourself, okay? Check it out. Doesn't that look good? This is super soft and moist and nice and kind of, very good. So, let's give this a try. Wow. All the spices in this bread go so well with that cream cheese in there. And the topping, this is really, really, really nice. It's also super easy, huh? So I will place this recipe on the website for you guys to come and print if you want. In the meantime, eat well without going broke. I'm gonna see you soon.